Section 19. Residence in Washington. We may here introduce between the accounts of Powell's work in geology and in ethnology a brief statement of his personal relations with his associates and of his large share in organizing and supporting scientific societies in the national capital. His Washington home at 910 M Street Northwest was for many years recognized as a scientific center not only for employees under his charge, but for the scientific men of Washington in general. It was in his parlor that the Cosmos Club was organized in 1878. He was then made its temporary president and became formally the president of the permanent organization on January 10, 1881. The club has now more than 600 resident and 350 non-resident members, and includes therein most of the representatives of science, literature, and art in the national capital. Through the winter of 1883, an informal reception was held in Major Powell's parlor every Sunday evening for the members of the Geological Survey and Bureau of Ethnology, but these receptions soon grew too large to permit of their continuation. Powell's large share in developing non-official scientific interest in Washington may be inferred from his relation to the following societies, most of which have their seat in the national capital. He held at one time or another membership in the Anthropological Society of Washington, of which he was a founder, and also president in 1879 to 1882, 1883 to 85, 1887, and 1895. In the American Anthropological Association, of which he was a founder, in the Washington Academy of Sciences, of which he was an incorporator and vice president, in the National Geographic Society, of which he was an incorporator, in the American Association for the Advancement of Science, of which he was president in 1888, in the National Academy of Sciences, in the Philosophical, the Biological, the Chemical, and the Geological Societies of Washington, in the Geological Society of America, of which he was one of the first counselors, and in the American Folklore Society. He was known to be an associate member of the Société d'Anthropologie of Paris, and a corresponding member of the Berliner Gesellschaft für Anthropologie, Ethnologie und Urgeschichte. But whether this completes the list of his foreign membership, it has been impossible to determine. End of section 19.